Find the point of intersection. We have two equations here. They're both linear equations. They form straight lines on a graph. We need to find the point of intersection. There are many ways to do this. As of right now, we've only really worked with one of them. So we're going to set forth using that method. Okay. And what we need to do in order to do this is we need to set both equations equal to y. And the reason being for this is because we're used to looking at an equation in this form, y is equal to mx plus b. Okay? What does b stand for?
Y-intercept.
Y-intercept. And what is our m?
Slope.
And what is x?
The variable.
What are the variables? Good. And y?
Y is what it's equal to.
Yes.
Good. Very good. Okay. So I need to set these equal to y in this equation. So what we're going to do is we're going to work with the very first expression. We're going to set it up here. Here we go. X minus y is equal to negative 1. Well, we want to isolate y like we said. So the other term x is going to be moved to the other side of the equation. The y is still going to stay negative, the sign in front of it. And remember, I talked about this before when we were doing our prerequisite skills. Technically, I'm subtracting by x and creating a 0 on one side. But the shortcut you guys have been taught is when you move it to the other side, it changes its sign. So instead of being positive, it's now negative. Now, the other side of this is we do want y to be positive. And in this case, we have negative y. So we can do several things. I can divide every term by negative 1, or I can multiply every term by negative 1. So times negative 1. Either one works. All that it's going to do is it's going to flip all of the signs. Okay? So let's say we've multiplied every term by 1. And that means each of these is multiplied by negative 1. When we do that, we're going to get positive y is equal to positive 1 plus x. Okay? What is going to be our y-intercept in this case? 1. 1 will be our y-intercept. What will be our slope? X, or what number is technically in front of x? 1. Okay? There's technically the term 1 in front of that. So think of it like 1 over 1. Our other expression is 2x minus y equals 2. We need to do the exact same thing. We've got to get y by itself. So we're going to move the other term to the other side of the equation. Y still will stay negative. And when it gets moved over, we have negative 2x. Exact same idea. In this case, we'll divide by negative 1 just so it's a little different. We need to make y positive, so we're going to divide each term by negative 1. That is going to change the sign in front of each, and we're going to be left with y is equal to negative 2. And that's a negative divided by a negative, so we get a positive x. Sorry, positive 2x. So what is our y-intercept in this question?
2. Negative 2.
Negative 2. Good. And what is going to be our slope? 2 over 1. Okay? Think of it like it is above the number 1. So let's set up a graph. Yeah. Let's set up our graph here and see if we can get the entire page. Okay, so our y-intercept. We have one y-intercept at negative 2. We plot that point. And the slope for that one is to go up 2 over 1. So we go up 2 over 1 spot, up 2 over 1 spot, and we continue the line that way. Other one was a y-intercept of the number 1, and it went up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So we're going to connect our lines. This one goes across like that. The other one looks something like this. At what point does it look like it's crossing?
3 and 4.
Yeah, right about here at 3 and 4. That is our point of intersection. That's all they're asking you to do in those other questions there. Pretty straightforward.